Welcome back. Today I have with me Bonnie Hargrove, who's the director for the Center of the Arts in Beaufort. There are a number of arts venues in Beaufort, but the glue, the center for productions, for space that's available to other groups for their productions, for displaying art and photographs and receptions. This has been a big year for the Center of the Arts, but there are going to be some changes, and some changes for the better in 2016. So I thought we'll start, Bonnie, with talking about a little bit to bring people up to speed about the last 6 months to a year, what's been going on at the center.
We've been incredibly busy. It's been wonderful. You know, we celebrated Pat Conroy's birthday at 70, and we had over 40 literary people here with workshops. Have to throw out a big kudo to Ella Malfris, which is one of the University of South Carolina Beaufort's English professors, and she actually has a new book. So we've had that. We've had our community theater has done Little Shop of Horrors. Our children's theater has Sword or whatever with Peter Pan. It's just been phenomenal. Some of the challenges that we've had for the last couple of years, we've been working with equipment that's over 30 years old, which is our lighting. And we are going to address that with the help of the City of Beaufort, Beaufort County, and of course the University of South Carolina Beaufort is using their renovation funds.
You know, we often talk about infrastructure.
Yeah.
We're thinking about bridges, we're thinking about roads, we're talking about drainage ditches. Well, the Center for the Arts has its own infrastructure, and 20-something years ago, this building was restored, maybe more than, maybe 30 years ago.
Time does fly, Billy.
This building where I went to elementary school was restored and transitioned into a Center for the Arts. Back then, the equipment may have been modern, it may have been state-of-the-art, but just like our telephones and our iPads and our computers, technology changes so fast, and it doesn't have the long lifespan that it does. So some of the changes that you're going to be making are?
The lighting, we will go to LED, which at that point, as opposed to where we normally have to get up on ladders and lifts to change the colors, we actually will do it by a computer, which is phenomenal. It will also save the university lots of money and electric bills. It will allow us to do shows with kind of more vibrancy, I guess is a wonderful way of putting it. We'll also be able to drop some scenes. We're going to add some, the ability to do that. We're going to address our seating.
Drop some scenes, that means
drop
down rather than have to push off to the side.
Yeah, now we just roll everything in. I have a big love for wheels, yes. But
big wheels?
Big wheels, yes, I love them.
Wheels?
I mean, it makes life so much easier if you can just roll a scene in and roll it out, as opposed to, you know, carrying it, Billy. But we do need to talk about the seating now. Okay, so we're going to work on...
Talk about needing seating. I can get in them, sometimes I can't get out of them. So either I have to go on a diet or you need new seats.
Well, you know, that's, it should be about you, Billy. But what we are going to do, we need to address for more wheelchair space, our ADA. So we're going to reconfigure to be able to have more seating for our aging population. I imagine the seats probably will get larger because that's how it is. We may lose some of our seats. We have 461 right now. But just there'll be some cosmetic things that will happen, probably a great paint job and some new carpet. But I think a lot of things that our patrons and the people who come here will enjoy is upgrades in our sound system to go to surround. We do independent film. Here we show the Met Opera live in HD, and we'll have a more state-of-the-art projector, and you know.
And most people don't realize that on most Monday nights they can come right here to USCB and see independent films that are not likely to appear on a commercial screen. That's a huge service. When I was a kid, we would come here and they had foreign films.
Okay.
And now we've morphed from foreign films to independent films, which includes foreign as well as domestic.
Right.
But there's so much going on here, and the $1.7 million investment is going to, from a technological point of view, make it so much more professional and so much easier, because while you do your own productions,
Correct.
The children's theater and bookings, the facility is available for a fee to other groups.
Right.
And so you'd like to be able to give them the best. We need to raise about $1.7 million.
Correct.
And we are where now?
We're very close to $1 million.
Very close to $1 million.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
It's a wonderful start. So what we are planning on doing is going dark this summer, which means we'll close the place and we'll be able to do the renovations then. So we're really going to be reaching out to the community, corporations and organizations to help us come in with the rest of it.
So we need about, we're going to have a window of about 6 months to raise about $700,000 from the many people who benefit
Right.
from this facility. I'm not shy when asking for money.
No.
So I'm going to look at the camera and I'm going to say, to keep this vibrant center, this important center, cultural center of our institution, the best it can be, I'm going to personally ask everybody to, in one way or another, try to help bring this campaign to a close so that when we get to the summer and it's time to begin the work, we can
Right.
get going. If someone wants to contribute, other than calling me,
Yeah.
how do they do it?
They are more than welcome to call me, Bonnie Hargrove, at USCB Center for the Arts, 843-521-4145. We also have a wonderful development officer, Mike Bonnet, who is over on the Bluffton campus. But Billy, I did want to talk to you a little bit about what we're planning on doing is really working with the number 1.2 million. We feel like that is something.
Just made my job easier.
Yeah, I know. You know, to do everything to bring this to truly a state of the art is 1.7. But we feel like this summer, if we can get to 1.2, we can do the major things.
That's the guts.
The guts, yeah. And so that doesn't mean that I wouldn't love somebody to write a $700,000 check, but our goal really for the next 6 months is to raise, you know, the remaining $280,000.
That makes it a lot easier.
It does.
See, I'm letting you off the hook. We only need $280,000 immediately by June.
Isn't that great?
Isn't that wonderful?
But we're not, you know, opposed, Billy.
You'll take whatever we'll
we would
give
love
you.
it.
Okay. Well, after the show, I'm going to reach in my pocket and I'm going to give you the first dollar towards the 280.
There's got to be a 20 in there, Billy.
I might even write a check. You know, just as we close, I think it's important in a community that is so arts-oriented, so culture-oriented, that we realize that there are a multitude of different organizations. In the ideal world, wouldn't it be wonderful if they were all under one umbrella? That'll never happen. I was president of the Arts Council at one point, and so they're divergent groups, and I think you, in a leadership role, and Kim Sullivan at Artworks in a leadership role, are beginning to bring it together so we don't have competing events on the same night. It's hard because there's so much going on. But there's a Center for the Arts, which is the University of South Carolina, and then there's Arts Works, which is the venue for the Arts Council of Beaufort County. So they're different. This is, the Center for the Arts is more for large groups. It's a performance venue, and Artworks tends to be more of a hands-on work for artists education, which is not to say that the children's education and the children's theater is probably not one of the highest points in their growing up, because we've seen some young people who have through the experience of the arts camp performing have sort of zoomed to the top.
They are. They're in New York. They're all over. So we're very fortunate to have that opportunity to work with the kids.
Now, as the professional interviewers always say, we've got 24 seconds, Bonnie. Is there something you would like to say?
I think I would just like to say how wonderful the arts is in Beaufort County. You know, we've got great friends over in Hilton Head and in Bluffton doing great theater, and the visual arts are very powerful. I guess it's 'cause it's so beautiful here. It's easy to express themselves. So I'm glad to be part of that scene. The University of South Carolina Beaufort is really working on their studio arts program. So we've got a wonderful, thriving university over here and over in Bluffton that is really keeping the heart and soul of the arts.
To those of you out there who do not live in Beaufort, that does by no means that you can't come see us. We've got people from Hilton Head, from Sun City, from Bluffton, from Ridgeland, from Charleston, Walterboro, Savannah, who actually come to some of these incredible events in Beaufort. So that's the Center for the Arts at the University of South Carolina. We're excited about 2016. We're going to help Bonnie reach her goal.
Yes.
And we're going to see some incredible new artistic performances, which I consider a gift to my hometown. Thank you, Bonnie.
Oh, thank you, Billy.